You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. Common-looking people are the best in the world, that is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. Upon this subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. Love is the chain to lock a child to its parent. A farce or comedy is best played, a tragedy is best read at home. For people who like that kind of a book, that is the kind of book they will like. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. Adhere to your purpose and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. On the contrary, if you falter, and give up, you will lose the power of keeping any resolution, and will regret it all your life. In the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. If I am killed, I can die but once, but to live in constant dread of it, is to die over and over again. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I would rather be a little nobody, than to be an evil somebody. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. Human nature will not change. In any future great national trial, compared with the men of this, we shall have as weak and as strong, as silly and as wise, as bad and as good. What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can arrest the decree. Let every American, every lover of liberty, every well-wisher to his posterity, swear by the blood of the Revolution, never to violate in the least particular, the laws of the country, and never to tolerate their violation by others. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. I know not how to aid you, save in the assurance of one of mature age, and much severe experience, that you cannot fail, if you resolutely determine, that you will not. I have not permitted myself, gentlemen, to conclude that I am the best man in the country, but I am reminded, in this connection, of a story of an old Dutch farmer who remarked to a companion once that it was not best to swap horses while crossing streams. I have stepped out upon this platform that I may see you and that you may see me, and in the arrangement I have the best of the bargain. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. The one victory we can ever call complete will be that one which proclaims that there is not one slave or one drunkard on the face of God's green earth. All I ask for the Negro is that if you do not like him, let him alone. If God gave him but little, that little let him enjoy. I leave you, hoping that the lamp of liberty will burn in your bosoms until there shall no longer be a doubt that all men are created free and equal. No man is good enough to govern another man, without that other's consent. I say this is the leading principle, the sheet anchor of American republicanism. It may seem strange that any men should dare to ask a just God's assistance in wringing their bread from the sweat of other men's faces, but let us judge not that we be not judged. The prayers of both could not be answered, that of neither has been answered fully. The Almighty has His own purposes. Surely God would not have created such a being as man, with an ability to grasp the infinite, to exist only for a day. No, no, man was made for immortality. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail, without it nothing can succeed. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. What is conservatism? Is it not adherence to the old and tried, against the new and untried? When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. If we have no friends, we have no pleasure, and if we have them, we are sure to lose them, and be doubly pained by the loss. I distrust the wisdom if not the sincerity of friends who would hold my hands while my enemies stab me. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Whatever you are, be a good one. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end.